Hello, world.
Welcome to our podcast where we talk about anything and everything.
Nothing is off limits.
This is Everything Electrified with Hiba and James.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 26 of the podcast.
Here we go again.
Well, if you missed last week, there was no last week. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Not
Life
so
got in the
sorry.
way.
Yeah,
Life got in the
sorry,
way.
not so sorry. Well, this week you have two videos, which is one of a Tesla mod that we did, so definitely check that out.
So that pretty much makes up a little bit for
Yeah,
last
a little
week.
bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All
We
right.
love you guys, though.
Yeah, that's why we're back. We didn't disappear. We're still here. Sometimes stuff happens, so it is what it is. Okay. So James, listen to this. Listen to what I heard.
What?
Okay. So apparently, a mom, right,
Uh-huh.
dropped her 3-year-old daughter into a zoo's bear pit on purpose. On purpose.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you. I'm usually popping off right about now. I'm not gonna pop off yet. I like to know the fuck moment, so I'm waiting for the fuck moment. So go ahead.
Well, the thing is, she literally was caught on camera dropping her kid on purpose in a bear pit at a zoo. And she got caught, and she's been arrested and charged with attempted murder.
Yeah.
This was not an accident. Like, she was purposely trying to hurt her little baby. Oh my God. Like, I mean, there are better ways. There are better ways to get rid of your kids. I'm just saying. You can like put them adoption.
Adoption, exactly.
Yeah,
Right?
there's better ways.
Put them up.
There's better ways to make sure they at least have a good life, Like,
you don't want your kid, give it to somebody, because there's a lot of people out there that lost them that need children. So,
oh my God.
Just saying.
I'm glad it was like a bear and not some type of like lion den or tigers or something, because they're fast, right? Bears are still kind of like building up to it, right?
Did the mom at least did the cops at least say what the fuck? Like, why? Why was that a thing?
I don't think so. I think sometimes like people are just deranged and there's no explanation to they do what they do.
Sounds about right. I deal with that almost every day.
Yeah, so there's no explanation to it, but there is a video, there is pictures where you can see the kid being dropped right on top of the damn bear. It's kind of sad. It really is.
That's
it
very,
really
very sad.
is. Yeah. So, anyways, I just thought that was like really something interesting I read, and I was like, let me actually just
the only way to get even with that mom is to throw her ass in the bear pit and see how far she gets.
Really, bears? I feel like a tiger or a lion cage would be the better way to go.
Well, they're territorial, so.
What about gorillas? Gorillas are kind of aggressive, you can.
They don't shit in your face. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they got hands. What about monkeys? It
makes sense.
Oh, what if we like put like some type of like delicious thing all over her and then throw her in with the monkeys? That would be fun.
There you go.
Fun. Yeah, I'm down for that. Eye for an eye, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They did it back in the day. Why not do it now?
Eye for an eye. All right, we're going to move on to a little bit lighter topic here. We're going to go into some game time. All right, James, what we got for some game time?
All right, so, okay, when I was going through high school, my high school was Fort Hamilton High School in Brooklyn, New York, right? So I was going to Fort Hamilton High School. That high school was known for, and still to this day it is, known for when you graduate the high school, it's either you did a great job and you're going to go to college, or you join the army. Most people didn't want to join the army. I was the stupid one that did.
You're not stupid. Don't say
Wait. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get back to our game time on this one. To push kids. Back when I was in high school, like 2002, when I graduated, so a little bit, in the 90s, right? They came out with a game called America's Army. America's Army was a full-fledged recruitment tool that teaches people, kind of like playing SWAT with tactics and playing like Counter-Strike. It was produced on PC first, and then it went on later on to Xbox, the original Xbox, guys. I think it went up to almost Xbox 360. After that, they kept it exclusively to PC. Recently, the Army has decided to stop that tool. So they're shutting down the servers to American Army. It reached over 20 million players, but when it comes up to May 5th of this year, the servers are being shut down completely. So those of you guys who love that game, I mean, I'm kind of sad to see that game go, because I'm going to be honest with you, I had fun playing that game. That game was just like way out there. And you gained up ranks. They taught you a lot of stuff from the military, like from medical and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like really informative, but yes, it was a recruitment tool. It was a free game to all. They used it up there. So they're ending those servers at this time. Sad news, but it is what it is. Get all you guys in there May 5th, and I'm sure that some hackers out there are going to recreate the servers to keep that alive, because that game is actually pretty good. It has a lot of mods on there. Not gonna lie. That's one thing.
Okay.
One other thing. Did you know, Hibba? Did you know this week was an important week for Nintendo?
Okay, why?
The Direct came out. The Nintendo Direct. Now everyone was like, "Oh my god!
Zelda.
Exactly.
Zelda.
Blue Ball too. Yeah, no, you got blue balls. Nintendo did not bring up anything with Breath of the Wild 2. But they got some good ones in there, Hibs. They got some good ones. Splatoon 3, which is what me and you both been working forward to.
I already ordered it.
I'm sure you have. I want to be doing that in my copy today.
I've already ordered it.
Guys, if you have a Nintendo, get Splatoon.
I love Splatoon. I don't understand how people don't play Splatoon. Like, I can't believe you own a Nintendo and have not tried Splatoon. That's my point.
Yeah.
Like,
that should be a staple. Beside Breath of the Wild, you need to have Splatoon. Just saying. But there are a couple of other games they announced on there. I think they went into their old catalog. Now, I don't mind them doing that. What really grinds my gears is that you're charging me $60 for a digital fucking download. $59.99. I could understand that if it was like you have to make the game and the cartridge and the artwork, then you have to ship it. I get it. $60, $65, it makes sense to pay that price. It does not make sense for me to pay that same price just for it to download into the console.
Yeah.
So,
100%. 100%. I feel like digital games are a ripoff, in my opinion. Like, I mean, it's digital, right? Yeah, make your money, but why is it the same price as a physical game? Like, I mean, yeah.
I agree. I agree. Totally.
But I went to GameStop. Guys, I went back to that same GameStop that screwed me up the last time. I've again given them my money. Okay? Better judgment of it. I gave them my money again. And I've ordered Splatoon 3. I've done it. It's paid off. It's ready. I'm ready. And if they tell me that game is not ready for pickup the day it comes out, that they don't have it, I'm telling you right now, full-blown Karen. Full-blown Karen. Because this is going to be the third time I pre-ordered something with them, and this shit happened.
It's a very important game.
It's very serious to me. I'm not so worked up on other games, but this one, very, very serious to me. And if you guys are wondering about my other game that I've been playing, Rainbow Six, it's amazing, and I'm having a great time with it.
She buys mad skins.
I buy a skin every week. I think that's a good balance. I spend $5 every single week, and I buy a skin. I think that's a good balance.
So
that's a good balance.
Yeah.
I spend my money on way worse things, like this Xbox fridge that I haven't even opened up.
Oh, yeah. I still have mine sitting here.
Yeah. I haven't even opened this bad boy up. So $5 skin, I'll be all right.
They did announce a couple of other ones. I'll go ahead and throw it out there, guys. Fire Emblem 3 Hope. So the last one they did was 3 Houses. This is going to be 3 Hope. The next one after that is Front Missions First. So if you play the Front Mission series on PlayStation, they're remastering it, bring it to the Nintendo Switch. Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers. Now, Chrono Cross was a game that came out for PlayStation at the time, and everyone got it. But Radical Dreamers was a game that they released only for the Satellaview. So if you guys don't know what Satellaview is, I'll tell you briefly what it is. Nintendo. So when we have the Super Nintendo, as you know, I'm sure you've seen it, Hibbs, or SNES, they had in Japan and Europe called the Super Famicom. Same thing, Super Nintendo. The only difference is in Japan exclusively only, they had a specialized modem that was an attachment that went on the bottom of your Super Famicom. And for a certain time period, it used to be Saint Giga was the distributor. At the bottom of that was called a Satellaview system, and it was like a hard drive with a modem built in. And at a certain time, between 2 and 5 Japanese time, they would download special add-ons to games. Zelda was one of them. The Zelda version for the Super Nintendo was one of them. This one is called Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers, which we never released for us here in the States. We're finally going to get it now. So that's actually pretty cool. There's another one called Kirby Forgotten Land. I thought that was pretty cool too. I don't know. I'm about to go broke. No Man's Sky. Do you remember No Man's Sky, Hibbs?
No.
No Man's Sky was a big freaking thing. Like, you know Cyberpunk 2077 though, right?
Right.
Okay. You know how at the beginning it all flopped?
Yes.
Okay. No Man's Sky took that title at the beginning. And then, of course, Cyberpunk 2077 stole it from them because at the time they dropped No Man's Sky, they had so many game glitches and they fixed it eventually on the PlayStation 4. So now they're going to re-release it again for the Switch in 720. So, No Man's Sky. Portal Companion Collection. So you're going to get Portal 1 and 2, which I thought was phenomenal. This one I might consider too. Live Alive. It's a fantastic RPG. I love RPG, guys. I love the way this looked, and the storyline looks compelling enough that I might pick it up. Now, here's the big thing I wanted to talk to you about, Hibbs. Have you ever owned a Nintendo Wii?
No.
Never owned a Nintendo Wii?
No.
I remember I had to froze my ass off in front of Best Buy. I think not too far from us. Not the one that we worked at together. Not that one. The one in like Comac. I froze my ass off because my boss couldn't let me put a Nintendo Wii to the side. He goes, you have to go outside and sit with everybody else.
I would prefer that. Imagine if all the employees could just put one aside. Like, I get it. I get
it. And at the time, I was kind of upset because of a lot of reasons. I'll tell you about how the story ends, but GameStop does that for their employees. They allow them to push it to the side so they can purchase it later. Or they could have just pre-purchased it then. Whatever. So I went outside, froze my ass off in the snow blizzard because there was a blizzard that night. So I worked the whole shift, went outside next to people, and just sat there and waited the whole night to get my Nintendo Wii. And the first game you got was Wii Sports. Wii Sports was like a Boschwitz of games. They had bowling, tennis. You played everything with this thing. I loved it. Baseball, like you do home run derbies with the Wii. And turns out they're gonna be re-releasing it for the Switch. It's gonna be called Nintendo Switch Sports. Next weekend, Hibbs, for like the 3 days, if you wanted to try it yourself, and if you have an active online Nintendo Switch subscription, you can go ahead for that weekend and download it for free so you can give it a shot out. So guys, if you guys know what I'm talking about with Wii Sports, it's coming back. If you haven't tried it, give it a shot with your kids. I think it's really fun. And with the Switch controllers, the Joy-Cons, I think you guys are going to have a great time with that. They also added fencing. They called it something else, but with swords. Okay. So they added that with it. So I thought that was really cool. And then, of course, they ended the direct with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's also dropping, too, towards the end of the year. They did make some mentions to Metroid Dread. They're going to add some new directives and boss fights and stuff like that. So if you have Metroid Dread, you get it for free right now. So update your Switch. It's out now. And they released in their catalog for the SNES and Nintendo Mother 3, or Earthbound, I should say. So Earthbound is being re-released to those consoles, so you can play that as long as you have a subscription to Nintendo. So Nintendo really, they didn't give us what we wanted, but I'm okay with the games that were announced. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I think it's really cool. I am gonna probably break my wallet today because I got to do a couple of these games that I want. Fire Emblem is something that I definitely want. Front Missions is another. Portal, Live Alive, Switch Sports. Those are the games I'm gonna probably put $5 down. I'm not 100% on it, so $5 ain't gonna kill me. So I'll put the $5 down and get the physical editions because I don't support digital fucking downloads. Back to you, Hibbs.
Wow. Well, I like digital downloads. It depends on the game. So if it's a game that I want to play all the time, right, I will get the digital copy because I don't want to keep carrying the cartridge and swapping it back and forth, right? But if it's something that I'll play sometimes but not all the time, then I'll get a physical copy. Like, that's fine. So, like, for example, like Division 2 on the Xbox, it's a digital download for me, right? No matter what, as soon as my Xbox is on, I can just jump right in it. It doesn't matter what disc I have. I like the convenience of it, right? Now, funny part here, right? Zelda, right? The Breath of the Wild. I bought the physical copy. I played the physical copy, okay? But then I traded in the physical copy, right? And then I wanted the digital copy of it because I just always want to be in the game. So now I have Zelda as a digital copy because I just always wanted, I didn't want to be swapping it back and forth. Like, anytime I can just go into Zelda. Anytime I pick up where I left off. Right? This way, I leave my Splatoon in there. So I can play 2 games that I play all the time, back and forth, no matter what. No matter where I am, I just grab my Switch, I'm good to go. I don't need to bring any other games. So I see the digital thing to it, and I appreciate that. But I feel like if I'm paying digital, I shouldn't pay the same price as a physical. It has to be cheaper. It needs to be cheaper.
Yeah. That's the thing. It really does. It really does depend on them, right? It really depends on but they know that people are going to constantly buy it, because they don't have to wait in line. Like I was telling you earlier with my Wii story, I had to wait in line, froze my ass off to hopefully get the console. You don't do that nowadays. If you have to fight the goddamn bots to fucking get your PS5 or your Xbox Series X, right, Hibba? We had that was a fight. That was a fight and a half to get our console.
Worth it.
I feel bad. It's worth it, but I also feel bad for the people who didn't get it that have to pay these bastards 3 times the price for it. That's terrible. So
right.
Well, it is what it is, right?
Right. I agree. So we're gonna move on to our next topic here, and it's gonna be some tech news. All right, for tech news. Guys, forgive me if I jump all over the place in tech news. I just have a lot. It's a lot to go through, so I'm going to be going in and out of tech news, okay? So check this out. An Amazon warehouse manager faces up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to stealing $273,000 worth of computer parts and selling them to a wholesaler.
Oh, shit.
You guys remember when you couldn't get your graphic cards on Amazon? Yeah, it was this dude.
This asshole.
It was this dude. That's
fucking
crazy.
prick.
How do people think they can just get away with it? Like, oh yeah, I'll keep doing this. I ain't never gonna get caught. Like, you're gonna get caught. Like, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of fucking time before you get your ass handed to you. But you're gonna get it.
A 27-year-old North Carolina man pleaded guilty to mail fraud after stealing Amazon merchandise.
Wow.
For more than a year, the man stole computer parts and sold them to a wholesaler in California. The scheme targeted high-value components, including hard drives, processors, and GPUs. And that's why, guys, you have a half-built computer. It's because of him.
This prick.
Wow. Do you know how hard it is to get computer parts right now? And then you have to like debate if you're willing to pay over the value of it just so you can get your shit working. And this dude's out here doing this. Really?
Like it's all good.
Really? Actually, the price is still high, but it's a little bit better where you are still able to get some parts on like big retailers like Amazon and Newegg and stuff like that. I mean, the prices are still up there, but at least there's a chance Like, there's a chance that you can get it. Because I was looking at graphics cards, and they seem to be more available. Yeah, they're overpriced, no doubt. But they seem to be more available than they were a couple months ago, where even if you were willing to pay for it, you weren't getting it unless you were talking to someone who, like, on the black market or something, you know? So that was pretty crazy. When I read that, I was like, oh, man, there's a dude over here.
See him, I'll freaking run him over with my goddamn car. Bastard.
Yeah. All right. So we have, of course, some Apple news. I will go back and forth between Apple news, but it looks like Apple's two-factor authentication feature now blocks SMS autofill. That's a problem for me. You know what that means? You know what that means?
You have to actually use your words?
No. Okay. Why? So you know how, like, you want to log into somewhere, right? Let's say your bank account. You want to log into your bank account, right? And they ask you, we're going to send you a code to your phone number. You're like, all right, cool. Send me the code, right? You get the code on your phone number. Apple right now allows you to just, it acknowledges that the code came. It knows that you're looking for this code. And without you ever leaving the screen, you can just hit paste the code. Okay. And it's automatic. It goes so flawlessly. Before, you had to go back to your text message, then you remember 469278. Then go back and type in 469278. And if you didn't remember it, then you're going back and forth. Between your text. So Apple did it where it was so easy, where if the text message came right away, you're able to just like copy it into it and you're good to go. So now they're blocking this. So you cannot do this anymore.
Wow.
Back to your life being harder. But they did it because of some phishing attacks, you can say.
Yeah, I've
so
seen
there's
those
some
before.
So there's some phishing attacks going on. That's why they did it for security. So now you can no longer do them. This sucks. This sucks for me because I see numbers backwards. That's why I suck at math. And I got to go back into my text message and memorize that bitch and then come back and type it out.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I when they started doing that, I was really happy. I was like, oh my God, this makes life so much easier. But nope, not anymore.
No, well, you know what?
Anymore.
Just those few people that actually screw everybody up. You know how it goes.
Yeah. So more in Apple news. This is a good one. You're gonna like this one, James. You're gonna like this one. iPhone fraudster convicted of replacing fake iPhones with real ones.
Yo. What the hell?
Yeah. A 32-year-old man has been sentenced to 26 months for defrauding Apple. Haiteng Wu, his name is Haiteng Wu, sorry if I said that wrong, came to the US in 2013 and tricked Apple into replacing fake iPhones with real smartphones through the company's warranty program. So he would take knockoffs, right? Yeah. He would go to Apple. He would say his phone's not working or whatever it is. They would give him a real iPhone in the place, and then he would sell them. So he was giving Apple fake phones, taking real ones, and then selling those for money.
Yo, that is so fucking skeevy. But you know what? It's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he and other of his little partners received counterfeit phones from Hong Kong, then reported under fake names to demand that Apple replace the headsets as they no longer worked. Once Apple replaced the fake ones with real ones, Wu and the others sent them back to Hong Kong and other regions where they were sold. In addition, Wu and others, including his wife, has used aliases, created fake IDs to carry out the operation. Wu recently admitted to defrauding at least $1 million from Apple and went through the trial in December 2019. Yeah. In May 2020, Wu and his wife pleaded guilty to mail fraud and were ordered to pay $987,000 to Apple.
Because they really need that money.
It doesn't matter, but bro, it's not even about that. They probably
it.
Stole that much in merchandise.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not saying they're wrong either, but it's just, I don't know.
Wu received 26 months in jail while his wife sentenced to 5 months. Goddamn.
That is crazy. That is just out there.
Yeah. But I mean to say, like, it does happen.
I've seen people do some crazy shit, but man, what is wrong with you? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Apple ain't, it's like earlier. You think Apple ain't gonna catch up to that shit? Get out of here.
Apple's
gonna figure it out.
Apple's gonna catch up, guys. Apple will catch up. So
that's nothing.
All of them. Amazon will catch up. All of them. Like
I should have left this in game news, but I will put it in regular news. You remember when Nintendo Switch, the original, got hacked and you could download whatever you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This week, Nintendo dropped the giant banhammer, and those people who did it, that team who did it, I think it's part of Team Executor. Please forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Let me double check to make sure, because I don't want that team to kick my ass. Such hack. This week, I will tell you, they got arrested. They got arrested, and they sent to 24 months in prison.
Nintendo will go after your grandma, all right? Nintendo has no chill, all right? Nintendo is crazy about it. You know what? Now that we're talking about game time again a little bit.
Fucking months they got sentenced. 40 months in a federal prison. Team Executor, I was right. So, one of the leaders of Team Executor, I'm not going to say his name. You can look it up online. Got sentenced to 40 months in prison for hacking the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
He also brought I'm just going to add this in there. The Nintendo 3DS is part of them. The NES Classic Edition, the PlayStation Classic Edition, and the original Microsoft Xbox. This big guy, like I want to say big. This is a big guy. He's up there. He's like the leaders of this team. He's in charge of doing that. All that shit, which caused about $65 million worth of losses. So he got sentenced to 40 months in prison.
Wow.
For it this week.
Wow.
2 days ago.
You know, the fact that we're talking about games again, and then we're talking about all these suing things. Yeah. Remember D-Brand that made like the plate for this PlayStation 5, and Sony was like cease and desist?
I remember that. I love that slogan. I wish I could take a picture of it.
So they stopped making it, right? But now D-Brand is making the plate again, but they changed the design completely. Now they have like a little opening for the fan where your PlayStation fan would be. And inside of it, this is the best part, they are a bunch of trolls at D-Brand. Inside of the case, right? Instead of having like the Sony like PlayStation symbols, right? They have the cease and desist letter in binary code.
No.
Yes. Yes. Look it up.
Yo.
If you guys want this plate for your PlayStation 5 from D-Brand, this is not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored.
I kind of want it.
Not sponsored, by the way, but you can get it. And inside the plate, that no one can see, is the binary code of the cease and desist letter from Sony.
Yo. I'm
just basically like an FU to them, like, yeah, we're gonna make it again. We'll change the design completely. Now it's a fan. You can see an opening of a fan. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah. And now we're gonna put your letter in there too. So
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that just because. Okay, guys, real quick, I'm gonna touch on this. I have the D-Brand plates because Hib was a very bad influence. She goes, bro, I just picked up my console. You need to do it too. So she got one and I got one. The original ones. And their slogan was, go ahead, sue us.
Look at their slogan now. Look at their, I sent it to you.
It's called Checkmates Lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
You find that hilarious. It's like them poking the bear 100% of the time. And it
says avoiding the lawsuit by adding the fan, right? It says, thanks, Sony. Do you have any idea how many lawyers we had to go through to find some that were willing to take on the dark plates case? We'll give you the hint. The answer lies at the bottom of Lake Ontario. Turns out our new lawyer can handle either the murder charges of the dark plates file, but not both. We may be in a maximum security prison by the end of the year, but at least your PlayStation 5 will now have a way for an original design. You can't dispute it because they have fans now.
Yeah.
Now they're giving you a fan.
They really can't shit on them because they really smacked Sony in their face. Well, I like this one.
Wave 5 sells in March, guys. Get it now.
Check this one. Our loss is your gain. Imagine this. You're a 15 million yen enterprise who's just spent a small fortune designing their next generation gaming console. A privately held corporation run by robots makes it black. The world rejoices. You're livid. You vent your frustrations to a team of lawyers. They get to work. Now, under threat of litigation, those robots have to redesign their dark plates, while also funding a legal defense. Needless to say, some corners were cut. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. They changed it. They made it better. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. They made it better.
They definitely made it better. They really did. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know. I might be picking this up. This one coming out in March is the last wave, and then it might be sold out for a little bit. I don't know if they're just not going to sell it at all anymore after this, but it's kind of cool.
I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking about picking it up just because they had balls. They had balls, man. They had balls.
I love D-Brand. D-Brand, sponsor us.
Is insane.
Sponsor us, D-Brand.
I got you, D-Brand. Whatever you want, I got you. At this point, I'm this close to just picking this up just because you guys got balls.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. All right, we're get back on topic here. We're in tech news now. We're in tech news.
Sorry. All right.
Tech news. All right. Tech news. All right, back to Apple. Back to Apple. Right? Apple aims to debut a new low-cost 5G iPhone and iPad in early March. What? They're gonna launch an iPhone in March. That's unlike them. It's really not like them. And it's a low cost. Like, I don't understand what that means. Like, who is it supposed to be for? Who are you trying to aim this for? You're aiming for grandma, grandpa, or you're aiming for like a 13-year-old kid? Who is this for? I don't know.
What they're trying to pull.
I don't know. And the new iPad, I mean, I guess iPads usually come out in March, right? That's a thing. So I really don't know what this is for, but it's safe to say I will be skipping this iPhone when it comes out. It's safe to say I'm skipping it.
I also heard they're going to get rid of the SIM card now. It's all going to be like an internal.
I don't know how they're going to do that because you got to get carriers on board for it first, right? And if you have an unlocked phone, that means unlocked you can use in any country, anywhere. And usually there's SIM cards. So there's so much factors. So you got to get like everybody on board. So I know they have the two SIM phone. Like our phones can take a second SIM and your second SIM is digital. It's literally digital.
Exactly. But, you know, like with my, because I don't have like a official, I use Mint Mobile, guys. I'm not going to lie. The Ryan Reynolds company, I use Mint Mobile and I have a SIM card. I'm not planning on leaving that company. So I don't know, like if they're going to make a new phone without like an eSIM, they call it eSIM. If they're going to make a phone with eSIM, I'm probably going to have to skip that phone because I'm not leaving this company. I'm not. I'm happy with the one I got. And my iPhone 13 has been fantastic. Just
I don't think they're gonna do the eSIM thing until carriers are willing to accept it. Unless the big carriers are willing to accept it, right? It has to be big carriers. Like AT&T, Verizon, who else uses a SIM card? T-Mobile. Yeah. Right? They have to be the ones to be accepting it. And if they don't, it's not gonna happen. Apple's not gonna do it. They're not gonna reinvent the wheel, and then half of the people can't even use it, right? So that's not gonna happen. Speaking of other Apple news, lots of Apple news. Did you hear this? Did you hear this? Looks like Apple just accidentally confirmed RealityOS for its rumored headset.
Come on.
They call it RealityOS. They have to. If Facebook is getting in the meta world, well, they have an Oculus Rift, but they're using it to get into the metaverse, right?
Yes.
Apple can't be far behind. They have to do RealityOS. So they're battling Facebook with this, and they're battling Tesla with the freaking car. They're making their Apple car. So they're like going in directions where they're not good at. Yeah, they're good at what they do, and they should stick in that lane. But they are expanding their universe here. They're going to RealityOS for the headset. Now, who is this headset is really for?
Yeah, who are you marketing to?
Yeah, like because Apple's not known to play games, right? Like you don't think about MacBook like, oh, I'm gonna play a game on my MacBook. Like you don't think that. They don't make things for that, right? So this headset, who is this really for?
Yeah, Microsoft has something similar, but they openly said this is not really meant for gaming. It's meant for designing and all that stuff. I forgot their headset, but they make their own version of it. It's like an it's not even a VR. It's like a augmented reality headset.
Yeah,
that Microsoft makes.
The only thing that's confirmed is the name. The name is called RealityOS or ROS. Like instead of iOS, ROS or RealityOS. That's the only thing that's being confirmed. People have found it in their code that this RealityOS exists, but we don't really know what they plan to do with it. Maybe it's to watch movies and stuff. I could see that. I could kind of see that. For Apple, I could kind of see that.
I could see that because they have their own platform. So
Yeah,
I could
for
see that
movies.
being a thing. Exactly. Like, I mean, they do have something like that in the Oculus. So that's pretty cool.
They probably do it better.
They
They
probably would do it better.
They probably would do
I'm
the
not
middle.
gonna lie,
Yeah.
I want to say, like, the Microsoft had HoloLens. And you know what? Just to get that, it's a mixed reality. Just to get that HoloLens is like $3,500.
Yeah.
So
You know
that's not enough
Apple's
for me
gonna
and you.
do it for a couple $1,000s.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
But I mean, they're gonna have apps for it. They're gonna have developers make special apps for it. I don't know what those apps are gonna be. I don't know what's the purpose of it, but I could see movies being a thing. Or like your favorite TV show being a thing in there. Or they have their own Apple TV there that their own shows may be in like this reality where you feel like you're right there with the person, right? I don't know. But the code has popped up and now people are like, all right, at least we know the name of what they're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
So another we're just gonna jump back and forth. We're going back to Amazon here. If you guys haven't known, Amazon is raising the prices of their Prime membership.
Yeah, of course they do.
That sucks. That
sucks so dirty nuts. I have been a Prime member for a while, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not 100% either with their. They're not always 100% on point. But for them to raise their prices, it's like the $60.
But it makes sense because like shipping is expensive now, like right? Like you just gotta think like it makes sense why they're doing it.
It makes sense for the shipping, but it also made sense for their other platform, which is like the Netflix equivalent video. So I don't know. It's 50-50, Hibbs. And besides, Jeff Bezos trying to, like you said earlier, Jeff Bezos is trying to compete with Daddy Elon and see who can go to fucking space faster. I mean,
all right. You know, all right. So that's all I have for tech news. We're gonna move on to our favorite topic here, which we always say for last. Is gonna be some Tesla talk. All right, for Tesla talk. We're going to talk Tesla, but we're going to go back to Apple a little bit, right? Tesla design chief. Okay, Tesla's design chief. His name is Franz von Holzhausen. Sorry if I butchered that. He recently commented on Apple's design, and he said that Apple doesn't deliver something to look forward to. Amen, brother. Amen. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, their stuff is kind of looking the same way, and you don't look forward to it. Yes, I agree. But why reinvent the wheel when you don't have the wheel anymore? There's there's a chip shortage. There's part shortages, right? So why would you reinvent something completely and now you need all this extra material and things to get it going in a time like this? Like, I get it both ways. But then I can say the same thing to Tesla. Like, really, Tesla? All the cars look... have you seen the Model 3 and Model Y? Have you seen them? They look like the same exact car.
They pretty much is.
What is this one? Is like more legroom inside. Come on. Like you didn't kind of make something totally different, and the Y looks like the X. I'm just saying, like, come on, Tesla. Like, you so taking stabs here, but like, really, have you seen your designs? Your fronts look the same. Your backs looks the same. The headlights look the same. Like, have you seen your designs? Like. I mean, yeah, the Cybertruck is the only new thing to look forward to, which, you know, I think I might have grandchildren by the time this comes out. So, I mean, really, like, I don't know. Like, really, Tesla? Like, taking stabs at Apple, which I agree with, but, you know, when you point one finger... when you point one finger, 3 fingers point back at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
You have no right to throw stones at glass houses, just saying.
Yeah. So, more in Tesla news, right? Tesla cut out a steering component from some cars to deal with the chip shortage. What?
What the hell?
Is that safe? Like,
you don't need that safety. Get the fuck out of here.
What? It says Tesla excluded 1 or 2 electric control units in the steering racks of the Shanghai-built Model 3 and Y cars to deal with chip shortage. Sources say that tens of thousands of cars with the tweaked power steering system were already shipping to customers in China, Australia, and Europe. Tesla employees debated whether to tell customers about the change, but decided it wasn't necessary since the part is considered a redundant backup and not needed for level 2 driver assistance features. So why you have it in there?
Yeah. Why is that a thing?
Why do you? It was redundant. So why do you have it in there? It was redundant for a reason.
It was redundant. Why didn't you cut it off in the fucking on the what do you call that floor in the first fucking place? Why put it back in there?
I don't understand. But they have removed this feature that is a control unit for the steering, which is apparently a backup from these cars being built in China that's going over Europe.
Yeah, I don't feel safe.
That thing is gonna come here real soon. I'm just telling you guys. If they did it over there, it's gonna happen over here.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. If you guys got some cars on order, you may ask your questions correctly. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing: Tesla recalling 817,000 vehicles over seatbelt chime malfunction. That is annoying. That is the most annoying. Imagine having your seatbelt on the whole time, but the car's like, you don't have the seatbelt on the whole time.
I could see that going bad.
Fortunately, the fix is a simple firmware update Tesla will push over the air to all affected Model 3s, Y, S, and X. Oh boy, it's all the cars. Oh boy. Oh boy. The NHTSA, which I think is National Highway Transportation Security Administration, okay, has issued an official safety recall notice for more than 817,000 Teslas over a seatbelt reminder alert that can fail to activate in certain conditions. So they're saying that sometimes you may have the seatbelt on. Oh no, I'm sorry. You'll have the seatbelt off, but the car doesn't beep to tell you, and that those vehicles are being recalled.
Yeah, no.
Tesla, what you doing with these software updates? Breaking cars. All right. What this one? Oh yeah. So remember the teen who ran the Twitter account tracking Elon's jet?
Yeah, $5,000 and he said give him $5,000 to take it down, and the teen rebutted with like my college tuition and a Model 3. Yeah.
Supposedly, so he said that he'll delete the account for a Tesla. On Friday, he was offered a free Tesla for 3 years. What does that mean, 3 years? Oh, like a lease? Yeah. And then he turned it down. I mean, that's all I got there. And I think Elon blocked him. I think he was blocked on Twitter by Elon then.
I'm sure he was.
But why, Elon? Why? You just made it worse.
Yeah, now people are just going to fuck with you because of that. You made it worse for no reason.
Yeah, he got blocked by Elon. So another NHTSA, which is National Highway Transportation Security Administration, says Tesla disabled rolling stop feature because that administration says it has an increased risk of a crash. So rolling stop, let me explain.
California
regen. No. let me explain the regen type of a situation. So the car has like a hold pattern. Hold meaning anytime you don't have your foot on the accelerator, even if your car is in drive, the car automatically holds the car, right? It's on brake. The brake is applied for you automatically. So anytime you're not accelerating, the car is always trying to brake, and then it will hold that position. It will not go forward, even on drive, okay? So in the car settings, you can have hold, and then you can have rolling stop. Rolling stop is what you're used to with a gas car, where you kind of let go of the accelerator and it kind of slows its way down, like until it stops, right? That's a rolling stop. So NHTSA, that administration, says you have to get rid of the rolling stop. That cannot be an option because it can increase the risk of a crash. Are you kidding me? Gas cars do it all the time. People in gas cars do it all the freaking time. What are you talking about? What the freak are you talking about? What the freak are you talking about? But yeah. So now Tesla has to disable that because that's what this freaking administration wants. This administration is out there to get Tesla in every single way they can get them in. Every single way. So.
It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. Pretty much. This change was made as an over-the-air software update to Model S, X, 3, and Y vehicles using the beta version of Tesla's full self-driving driver assist feature. So if you had that beta version, they sent out an update for that where you can no longer have rolling stop because this administration don't want you to enjoy your life. the best way I can explain that. All right, what else we got? Okay. All right. This is another one. This is another Tesla news. Tesla now monitors how often you adjust your seat position and will disable controls when overused. What?
I don't get it.
If you move your seat too much, they will take the control away from you.
Yo, are you fucking with me right now?
No.
Bro, I'm about to... I love Tesla cars, but...
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So it goes back to what I was telling everybody, and at our job, of course, and my personal life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like to buy the car so it becomes my car, not my car and the bank. That's the one thing I hate, is taking a lease or a loan. So I don't want the bank to own half my fucking car. It should be mine. So if I buy my Tesla, straight up, I own that bitch. And you mean to tell me that Tesla's still going to tell me what to do with my own fucking car? Piss me off.
Listen to this.
Piss me off. I'm done.
Well, let me explain it to you. If you move the seat too much, messages will pop up on the display like excessive use of seat track motor detected and seat track motor unavailable due to excessive use. What if they did that because they know their thing is shit and it will go bad, so they need to limit people on how often they're freaking moving the freaking seat?
Until someone figures out how to mod that shit and fix that bitch.
So it says they did not say what the thresholds were when receiving that message. It looks like if you ignore them, Tesla will even go as far as to disable the control and put your seat adjustment jail with the message, wait 5 minutes to adjust the seat position again. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, so listen to this. Since there was such a high interest in the story that was written, right? They did a little bit more digging. It looks like 90 seconds of use in 5 minutes will trigger the warning. So you keep moving your seats for 90 seconds. In 5 minutes, that you'll get that message. Okay, while 120 seconds of use in 5 minutes will disable the motor.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
Why does Tesla need to know how you're moving the seat?
It shouldn't be. You shouldn't take over my entire driving experience because you guys are fucking insecure about your product. Then you shouldn't have put the product out. That pisses me off. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, that's the same thing with the lumbar support, right? So cars like 2021 and older, like 2020 and 2019, have lumbar support. That means you can have this little thing that sticks out in the back, and then where your back is, you can have like a little support system there. Newer cars do not have this lumbar support because Tesla saw this like the stats of it, and they saw that nobody was using the lumbar feature, and everybody was wondering, how the fuck did Tesla know how people are using this or not, right? Apparently they do, because they have data. Apparently they do, because they know how much you're moving your seat, so they see no one using this feature. So they're like, if no one's using it, let's just exit out of our vehicles completely and save money.
Yeah.
So they got rid of the lumbar support because of that. But that's crazy. They just disable your seat because you move it too much, guys.
Yeah. That's... Yeah. That pisses me off. That's just... I'm done.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Worse than a fucking federal government. I'm not gonna lie. That's some bullshit. For no reason.
So... Another Tesla. I have a lot of Tesla news here, apparently. Another Tesla news. Yes, another Tesla news. Tesla recalls nearly 54,000 vehicles that may disobey stop signs. That's kind of serious. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of serious. That's serious. So with Tesla's full self-driving, if you have that feature on, if you pay $10,000, $12,000, or $200 a month, whichever one you may go, if you have that, your car will automatically stop at stop signs and red lights. So it looks like that some vehicles do not obey stop signs for some reason. About 54,000 vehicles disobey stop signs, so they're not stopping at stop signs.
Yeah,
essentially, which is pretty serious. Not gonna lie. That's pretty serious. Tesla will perform an over-the-air update that, of course, disables the rolling stop feature, which may help the situation at the end. But that's pretty serious. And I feel like it's that same administration trying to go crazy and test everything and, I don't know, find everything that could be wrong with this car.
Yeah. Not 100% on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of news to get through today. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It was a lot. It's a lot. And I'm over here trying to order my D brand freaking.
You serious?
It's an FU to Sony. Like, I mean,
it's like a fuck you.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's a cool design. It's a new design.
It's a cool design. I'm not 100% on board.
I don't know if I want another black one, but then I don't want another white one either.
Yeah,
I don't know about the color. I just don't know about the color, so I don't want to get it.
Yeah.
I just don't know what color that I want. So that's the problem. I just love say it says 3 colorways, limited stock, not illegal.
Limited stock, not illegal.
So I could go retro gray, but I wouldn't want to. And white, I got rid of the white. And the black, I have the black already. So it's kind of like, do I really do it? Do I? I'm like confused. Help me, guys. Help me.
Hiba just needs her own, like, how do you say that? Integration. Like, you have to sit there with a freaking specialist and, like, you shouldn't be doing that, Hiba. That should not be a thing.
Yeah. Oh, you can buy light strips. Yo. All right, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy it. Right?
Yeah,
and then
that in her life.
I'm gonna make a video on it. That's cool as shit. What do you mean? You can get light strips? I didn't know you could get light strips. How does these lights... Hold on a second. Yeah, I have questions here. How do these light strips work? How does these I just want to know how the light strips work. Like, they're LED lights? Do you turn... Like, how do they work?
I can't help you there.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm just so curious now. James, help me out here. Like, goddamn.
You're asking me like I fucking know. I do not know how that shit goes. I really don't. At the same time, I'm not inclined to pick it up because I might
get a gray one.
I already have like black plates.
I might get a gray one.
My black plates.
I might get the gray one because that's the only color I don't have. And what about a middle skin? No, probably not. Not a middle skin. We'll keep black. What about the light strip, guys? I need colors.
Blue.
But isn't the Sony one already blue, or am I crazy?
You sent me a link and I'm fucking looking like it. Like, what the hell?
I'm thinking red. Look at this. Look at this one, James. Sorry, everybody, that we're just out here messing around.
Yeah, might as well for the stream. Oh, wow. Wow.
Exactly. It's red, it's gray, and it's black, and it's like red LED lights, light strip.
And it's $10 additional for those light strips, bro.
I just want to know what it is. Guys, you know what? I think I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to make a video on this so you guys can see exactly what comes in, what it looks like.
Yeah, I think do that shit.
I think we're going to do this. I think we're doing this. I think the gray would look pretty dope.
I like the gray color. I do, because it reminds me of the PlayStation original. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna point it out there.
I'm doing it.
D-Brand wins. I'm gonna tell you.
But what do you think? Light strip is red? Red looks pretty dope. Red looks nice. But red looks like it's something wrong with the freaking thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with teal. I think teal looks dope too. Teal looks pretty freaking dope. Yeah. We'll go with the teal. I'm gonna pre-order it. It comes in April. Guys, stay tuned to that video where I have this on order, and then we'll make a video, and then James is gonna put it together for us. James is gonna put it together for us.
As always.
And we'll put that video out there. Make sure you pick up your D-brand thing if you want. This is not sponsored, by the way. Make sure you pick yours up if you're interested.
D-brand sponsor us.
D-brand sponsor us, please. I am literally about to check out right this second. Excuse me, guys. You know, this is all the time we have for today. I need to check out here. So until then, see you on the next one.